The Knipex Cobras are better than a wrench. Additionally, it has many other features and capabilities that make this tool extraordinary. We're going to take a look at the features of this tool and what makes them better. We'll explore how they work and what mechanical properties of this tool make it so powerful. Finally, we'll put it to the test with an array of challenges and tests. I previously purchased the Knipex Cobra, which exceeded my expectations. I did previously already know about the XS pliers wrench, but didn't think much of them. But after multiple comments recommending these pliers, I finally decided to go ahead and buy them. And again, my expectations were exceeded. These pliers proved to be far better and far more useful than I anticipated. The jaws have a depth of 18 millimeters. The pliers are 102 millimeters by 29 millimeters. These pliers fit comfortably in the pocket watch of most pants. You could adjust the jaw size by opening the pliers to the limit. Once adjusted down, there's a ratcheting mechanism that allows you to close the jaws just by pushing them closed. This is very useful for finding the size you need. Knurled handles for better grip. Disassembling the tool is quite easy with the proper tools. Just push the barrel back and slide it through the notch at the top. This barrel spring and ball bearing are what allow the adjustment of the pliers. Now let's take a look at what makes these pliers special. Of course, besides how refined and high quality this tool is, what makes it special is this lever and how it takes advantage of leverage to make such a small tool have stronger grip than much larger pliers. Now, let's put these pliers to the test. To start, we'll use a torque adapter and a vise. We'll compare these pliers to larger linesman pliers in addition to some locking pliers. Now, I doubt these tiny pliers will exceed the capabilities of a 7-inch locking pliers, but we just want to compare.
We used as much force as we can muster for every test. The linesman pliers reached 19 pounds-foot. We tightened the locking pliers as much as we could. They slipped at 45 pounds-foot. Finally, the pliers wrench reached 33 pounds-foot. For such a tiny tool, that is impressive. It surpassed the lineman's pliers and held its own against the locking pliers, which are much larger and more than twice the size.
That being said, the Knipex pliers never slipped. Instead, it's a limitation of our own strength. The next thing these pliers are very useful for are for bending wire. Because of the lever and the very strong grip these pliers have, they hold on to wire very well, and in my experience, do a much better job than much larger pliers. Next, we have, of course, nuts and bolts, which is what this is most suited for. And these tiny little pliers are very impressive for removing nuts and bolts, able to remove most standard bolts that aren't super tight. And the final thing these are useful for are for squishing things. But you'd be surprised the amount of times you need to squish metal closed or squish other things to get them to the right position. Using this luggage scale, we were able to reach over 71 pounds of force on the pliers. Now I have no doubt I could max out the 110 pound limit on this scale. However, the travel on the pliers isn't enough to continue to test it, so we're maxing out at 71. Overall, these are a fantastic set of little pliers for a mini toolkit or everyday carry. Nothing in this video is sponsored, but there's a link in the description below. The Knipex Cobras are also an amazingly useful tool, so check out this video next.